Hey Noah, how's finals going? Oh my god. It's an Excel spreadsheet. Noah, what are you doing? You couldn't possibly be trying to calculate something, are you? Is this for a video? Wait, these stats, are you trying to find out who has the best win rate in Beyblade Burst? No Noah, you have to stop. That is forbidden information. Noah, stop this. The world isn't ready for the truth. They cannot bear it. It will destroy the world. Noah, no. Noah, don't upload it. No, stop, you don't know what you're doing. The people, Noah.
Who is the strongest Beyblade character and who is the weakest? In this video, we are going to try to answer that question by going over the win rate of every Beyblade character. Well, not every Beyblade character. To be on this list, you have to have battled at least 5 times in the anime. So if your favorite character isn't here, that's why. Anyway, we're going to start from the lowest win record and go to the highest. But before we do that, it's time for a segment I like to call Who Kicked Bolt's Butt Trivia. Here we have 3 background characters and your job is to guess which one was able to beat Bolt in a battle. If you get it right, you'll magically be able to perform Bolt's majestic runaway launch, but if you get it wrong, you're forced to subscribe to the weirdest Beyblade channel on YouTube for your weekly dose of Beyblade content. So, was it Mark Strong, Ivan, or Rukmar? I'll give you guys the answer in 3, 2, 1, and it was this dude, Mark Strong. So if you got it right, congratulations, soar to the skies with your new launch. If you got it wrong, hello there, new subscriber. Alright, let's get started with the list. Actually, one quick disclaimer before I start. I'm making this video right after episode 43 of Beyblade Burst Dynamite, so any wins or losses after that episode will not be counted. Alright, finally, let's start now. In dead last, we have Yuga, the owner of Yggdrasil, with a win record of only 17%. He won 1 battle and lost 5, and Yuga has just been taking those L's since day 1. Even in his first appearance where most characters win, he lost to Volt. His only win was against some random background character, and because of that, his win record is a measly 17%. Tying with Yuga in last, we have Renzaro Kiyama with a record of 17% as well. Renzaro has 15 losses, oh my goodness, and only 3 wins, and is the Kiyama with the worst win record. He's only won 3 battles, those battles being against Bashara, Bell, and Ilya, and honestly, I kind of have some respect for him. He's still going even though he's taken so many losses. Armin comes next with 3 wins, 11 losses, and a win record of 21%. Just like Yuga, Armin lost the first episode he appeared in, and afterwards he just went down a losing streak and never recovered, losing to Dante and Delta countless times, making his record worse and worse until at the end of the series, he ended up with a measly 21% of a win rate. My boy Hoi is next with 2 wins and 6 losses. He has a win record of 25%, which is a little better than Armin's. Although he was super buff and his Beyblade Archer Hercules was amazing in real life, his only wins are against Iga and some random background character. He was introduced as some super strong blader, but lost to almost everyone. Dang. Mr. Wild Laban, owner of Vice Leopard, has won twice and lost 6 times, giving him a win record of 25% as well. And poor Laban, again, he was introduced relatively late into Turbo and then proceeded to lose almost every match. His only wins are against Iga and Suo in a battle royale and Fubuki and Xander in another battle royale. He literally does not have a single one-on-one win. Bashara, the owner of Bahamut, is next with 4 wins and 11 losses, giving him a win rate of 27%. I actually love this guy, but sadly his win record isn't that great. Although he had a decent amount of character development, he still lost a majority of his battles, basically only being able to beat Renzaro and Bell. Guys, clear out, cause up next is a big 5 member. Here we have Renwoo Sun with 3 wins and 8 losses. This gives him a win record of 27%. Dang, that's really bad for a Big 5 member. He went from one of the Big 5, the strongest players in all the Evolution series, to now one of the worst. He started so well, winning 3 battles in a row after his first appearance, but then in the International Championship, he literally lost every battle. 7 battles in a row. I don't know what happened, guys. Renwu-san just was not able to keep up with this competition. With the win record of 29%, 5 wins and 12 losses, here we have Kuza Ackerman, the backflip guy. The guy basically lost to everyone, but he did have some wins against Kurt and Cleo in the World Championship. Now, a 30% win record, 9 wins, and a whopping 21 losses, we have Renjiro. He had a lot of battles, and he was a pretty significant character in both Turbo and Surge. Now, I don't know how to sugarcoat this, but he's just terrible, guys. He lost 21 matches, and the only reason his win record is so high is because in Chozi or in Turbo, a lot of his wins are against background characters. There is no saving grace for this guy, he's just bad. Before we talk about the next character, I just want all the Sims to leave. Alright, are we good? Okay. Next up, we have the only female player on this list, Ilya, with 3 wins, 6 losses, and a win record of 33%. She has decent wins against Bell, Volt, Renzaro, and Bashara, but sadly, that's about all she has. On to the next character, we have Boa, the original owner of Bahamut, with 2 wins, 4 losses, and a win record of 33%. He was able to beat Renwu-san and Kuza, but lost to Red-Eye, Norman, Kurtz, and Volt. I really like him, but his performance was kind of average. Next up is Ugly Mask Dude Kyle with 4 wins and 7 losses, giving him a win record of 36%. He actually had a lot more battles than I thought. He was able to beat Renjiro and Aiga multiple times, but lost all of his other battles, only giving him a win record of 36%. Here we have our first protagonist on the list, Hugo, with 18 wins, 25 losses, and a 42% win rate. To be fair, Hugo's main character arc was all about living in his older brother's shadow and trying to catch up to him, so of course, when your character arc is about being an underdog, your win record isn't going to be that high. However, we still have some amazing feats. At the end of the Surge series, he was able to defeat Free, Louis, Volt, Shu, and Lane. But to be fair, all those battles were team battles. Next up, with the exact same win record as Hyuga, we have Rantaro with 22 wins and 30 losses. I honestly thought Rantaro was a lot worse, and while he still has a losing win rate, he did win 22 battles. That's pretty good, although to be fair, most of his wins are from the Evolution series against other fodder characters on different teams. Some of his notable wins though are against Volt, Silas, and Wakia. Here is the banana himself, Gasm, with 3 wins, 4 losses, and a win record of 43%. He beat Silas twice, so most of his wins are against Silas. So I don't know if that really says much, but I think the last time we saw him was when Red-Eye destroyed Maximum Garuda, so he took a major L there. Hikaru is the next protagonist on this list with a win record of 44%. He won 15 battles and lost 19. I actually really like the brothers in Surge. Unlike other protagonists like Aiga, they were never viewed as extremely strong characters. They were average but had potential, and that shows in his win rate. His significant battle feats are very similar to Hyuga since they did most of their battles together, so I'm not going to go over them again. The next character on this list is one of my favorites. Here we have Daigo Kirigami with 12 wins, 14 losses, and a win record of 46%. Season 1, he was pretty good when he was first introduced beating Volt, but then after the tournament, he kinda fell off. One of his wins was actually from cheating. He used his launcher to blind Yuga, which honestly is kind of ridiculous considering Yuga only has a win rate of 17%. Like, come on. Anyway, in the Evolution series, he was a lot better, beating Volt, Rentaro, and Cleo, although he did have quite a lot of losses against the Big 5 members. Suo Genji is going to tie with Daigo with a win rate of 46%. He has 6 wins and 7 losses. Suo is an interesting character. He was extremely overpowered when he was first introduced, but after he was beat by Aiga, he kinda just went on an insane losing streak. Some of his notable wins are against Fubuki and, again, Aiga. Silas comes after with 17 wins, 19 losses, and a win record of 47%. I always thought of Silas as a more intimidating veteran Taro, and his win record shows that. While still not breaking even, 17 wins is nothing to scoff at. Some notable wins are against Joshua, Wakia, Xander, and Volt. Bell actually comes in next with 16 wins, 17 losses, and a 47% win rate, tying with Silas, and wow, I was not expecting Bell to rank this low. For someone introduced as some star blader prodigy, he actually is one of the protagonists with the lowest win rate. At the beginning of the series, he was really dominant, beating both Louis and Volt, but it seems like throughout the series, his gears just couldn't help him. Speaking of protagonists, here we have Dante with 19 wins, 21 losses, and a win rate of 48%. Dante sadly did not live up to the ranks of Aiga and Volt, but he's still not terrible, and in his series he was able to take on and defeat Gwen and Arthur, 2 extremely powerful bladers. We are finally above the 50% win rate, so the characters on the list now all either have an even or positive win record. So with 50%, we actually have 3 characters, Ben, Hoji, and Norman. First, we'll talk about Ben. With 3 wins and 3 losses, he basically won against Ken and lost to both Louis and Volt. Next, we have Hoji with 5 wins and 5 losses. He beat Daigo twice, beat Wakia in a dream, but I'm not gonna count that. To be fair, all of his other battles were pretty tough. He had to battle against Volt, Shu, Wakia, and Zack. So in retrospect, he's actually a pretty good blader. And finally, rounding off the characters with an even win record, we have Norman with 3 wins and 3 losses. He beat Cleo, Kuza, Boa, but lost to Volt, Kurtz, and Shu, where his Beyblade was broken. Not much to say about Norman. He wasn't terrible, but by no means amazing, which kind of reflects his win rate of 50%. Next up, with a win rate of 53%, 9 wins and 8 losses, we have Fubuki Sumiya. Being Shu's student, he managed to get a positive win rate. He beat Aiga, Suo, Kyle, but also lost to Aiga and Suo later on and had a lot of losses to Shu in flashbacks. Ken ties with Fubuki with a win rate of 53% as well. He has 8 wins and 7 losses. Some of his notable battles include when he was able to beat Volt and his friend Ben, but lost to Louis, and one of the most emotional Beyblade battles of all time. Next, we have another blader that starts with a K. Here we have Kurt with 5 wins, 4 losses, and a win record of 56%. Fun fact, he was once the #1 blader before Free, but now he's just a little above average. Some notable wins are against Volt, Boa, and Norman, although he was last seen losing to Volt in the Turbo series. Next, we have a surprisingly good blader, Orochi, owner of Odin, with 4 wins, 3 losses, and a win record of 57%. He lost to Shu and Volt, but he was able to defeat Zack, one of the Spin Emperors. Although at the time Zack was going through quite a bit of a dilemma because of Asta Anubis' owner, but still, he won, which is crazy. On to another blader I was not expecting to see this high. Here we have Wakia Murasaki with 23 wins, 17 losses, and a win rate of 58%. And oh my goodness, Mr. Murasaki, he's killing it. I didn't think Wakia was this great. I thought after losing to Volt, everything kind of went downhill like most of Volt's rivals. But Wakia has a pretty good win rate of 58%. That's awesome. I love this character in Wyvern. He has some notable wins against, of course, Volt, but also Hikaru Hyuga and cracking Storm Spriggan. I guess that wasn't really a win, but he did crack Storm Spriggan. Xavier Bogard ties Wakia with 58% as well, 7 wins and 5 losses. Xavier performed a lot better than what I anticipated, getting a record a good amount over 50%. Although I definitely prefer Xander over Xavier, he still seems to be doing well with Excalibur. After Xavier, we have his friend and owner of Achilles, Iga, or Iker, however you want to say it. Anyway, most protagonists tend to lose against their opponent at first, and then in their rematch battle they win. So Iga's win record isn't really that surprising. He's actually a really strong blader, and I'm not saying that because I have a crazy Iga fan behind me who is ominously threatening me. Send help. Joshua Burns is next with 10 wins, 7 losses, and a win record of 59%. Again, this guy actually did a lot better than I thought he would. When he was first introduced, he was crazy, winning 9 out of 10 battles, only losing to Free. But in the International Championship, he lost to Vault, Louis, Free, Xander, and Cisco twice. It was a fall from grace. Funny enough, tying Joshua, we have the protagonist with the highest win record, Vault. With 59%, he won 85 matches and lost 58. Bro, 85 wins and 58 losses? That's like 143 battles total. That's crazy. What the heck, man? Anyway, of course he had some amazing battles throughout the series. His battle against Louis in the finals of the National Beyblade Tournament, the final battle of Turbo against Iga, and of course nobody can forget about the World Champion battle against Shu Kurenai in Evolution. He's been through a lot and his win record shows it. Now, who could have a higher win record than Vault? Well, the answer is Cleo, with 4 wins, 2 losses, and a win record of 67%. This vampire dude has a higher win record than Vault somehow. Some of his notable battles include his battle where he beat Daiga and his battle where he beat Kuza. Now guys, we are on to the Bladers with a win record of 70% or higher. All the characters on this part of the list I would consider to be the strongest in this series. Having a win record of 70% or higher means that you not only have a positive win record, but also rarely ever lose. First off on this exclusive list, we have Xander Shakadera, owner of Excalibur, with 16 wins, 7 losses, and a win record of 70%. His only loss in Season 1 was against Vault, which is crazy. But afterwards, he did take some L's. Some notable wins are against Wakia, Joshua, and Vault, although he did lose to some of the stronger Big 5 members like Free, Shu, and Louis. Next up on this list, we have Win, the main antagonist of the GT series with his crazy launch. He won 5 battles and lost 2, giving him a win rate of 71%, barely above Xander. Gwyn didn't start battling until fairly late into the Rise series, but when he did, he dominated, only losing to Dante and Delta. My man, Mr. Prince, the Dragon Emperor Louis Shirasaki, comes next. In Season 1, he literally had a perfect win record, 100%, but of course in later seasons he wasn't able to be as dominant. Later on, he would have a win record of 72%, winning 28 battles and losing 11. Still pretty good though. He has some crazy feats as well. Of course, he beat Vault in the finals of Season 1. He destroyed Red-Eye in his mask in Evolution. He was the first Blader to ever be seen beating Free as well. But sadly, after Evolution, after losing to Shu, he kinda lost his momentum. He lost to Iga in Turbo, Lane in Surge, Bell in Quad Drive, but his biggest mistake was teaming up with Dante. While teaming with him, he lost a total of 5 battles. That's almost half of all his losses. Mr. Dante totally screwed Louis over. Surprisingly, beating Louis, we have Delta with 11 wins, 4 losses, and a win record of 73%. Delta was always seen as a strong rival and his win record shows it. He was extremely strong but had one glaring weakness: Arthur! Arthur is like Delta's kryptonite. No joke, all of Delta's losses are from Arthur. This guy just can't beat him. Well, I mean, he did with the help of Dante, but besides that, Delta has swept the floor against all of his other opponents. On to the next Blader with a crazy. On to the next blader with a crazy win record of 75%, 43 wins, 14 losses. We have Shu Kurenai. Shu Kurenai is of course one of the best bladers in all of the anime, and his win record shows it. He has a whopping 43 wins. I'm not gonna go over all of his notable wins because there are just too many to list. Instead, I'll go over his notable losses. He lost to Louis in season 1 where his Beyblade storms friggin' broke. He lost to Lane in Surge, and got his Beyblade broken again by Fi in Turbo. Dang, she was just getting bullied up here. Even so, he is a crazy powerful blader with a win record of 75%. Beating out Shu Kurenai, we have the once #1 blader, Free De La Hoya. He has a win record of 78% with 39 wins and 11 losses total. In the Evolution series, however, he had 22 wins and 2 losses, giving him a win record of 92%, which is super impressive. Anyway, some notable wins are his battles against Vault. He beat Vault a total of 8 times, but lost to him when it mattered at the World Tournament. He lost to Fi, got his Beyblade broken then as well, battled against Iga twice in Turbo and won both times, and lost to Lane, a beginning blader, making him evolve his Beyblade. Now who could be better than flippin' Shu and Free? The answer is Fi, with a win record of 79%. He only lost to Iga, Renjiro, and Kyle, and against Renjiro and Kyle, he let them win, so really he's only ever lost to Iga. He has some crazy wins against Hyde, Free, and Shu, some of the best bladers in the whole anime, and funny enough though, he never battled against Vault. Also, Hyde isn't on this list because he only had like 4 battles. Even stronger than Fi though, we have a blader with an 80% win record. I'm actually really surprised that this guy ranked this high. Next up, we have Zach with 8 wins, 2 losses, and a win record of 80%. Being one of the original Spin Emperors, he dominated almost every battle he was in, only losing to Vault and Orochi. His win record is amazing, but the funny thing is he was never viewed as a better blader than Louis or Shu, but he has a much higher win record. This is because after season 1, he literally never battled again. If Louis did this, for example, he would have had a 100% win rate. But nevertheless, Zach was an amazing blader in season 1, beating almost everyone he went up against. Tying with Zach with a win record of 80%, we have Lane Valhalla, 16 wins and 4 losses. Being one of the strongest antagonists in the series, his win record just shows it. He was dominant, but what I like about Lane is usually the antagonist is undefeatable until the last few episodes of the series. But Lane, although extremely powerful, was learning just like the protagonist through the series. During the series, he actually lost to not only Shu, but Hikaru and Iga. Granted, he was on a team with Hyuga, so. But anyway, he still has some incredible wins. As a rookie, he beat Free, Louis, and Vault all one-on-one. I'm actually surprised we didn't see him in Dynamite. I kind of wanted to see how he would do against Bell. Now, ranking in at the #1 spot, we have Rashad Goodman with 9 wins and 2 losses, giving him the highest win rate of 82%. He has an amazing win rate, but he has lost against Vault and Bell, although later he was able to defeat both of them. However, as of the making of this video, the Dynamite series hasn't ended. Again, I'm on episode 42, so although he has a really high win record now, it's bound to go down when the series ends, because of course the main character has to take down the main antagonist. Alright, that was every Beyblade Burst character's win-loss rate. If you guys liked the video, please subscribe. It took a lot of work to make, and I'm so sorry to my editor Riley, because this is a long video. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.